Hey y'all, welcome back. So, I have a little confession. Most of the time, I look calm, carefree, and fun loving, but truth be told, I suffer from terrible anxiety. Sometimes it gets so bad that I'll have to leave work early or I won't go out with friends. It's just terrible. Instead of allowing my anxiety to take over my life, I chose to make small lifestyle changes that in the end helped me to cope with it on a day-to-day basis. So today I'm going to share with you these small little tips and tricks. So first things first, put down that wine. What you put into your body has a direct effect on how your body operates. So as far as alcohol goes, drinking too much or even drinking in moderation will change your brain chemistry over time, thus lowering its ability to cope with stress. And definitely don't pick up that coffee cup. Caffeine can trigger cortisol production, the hormone that triggers the fight or flight stress response, making us more anxious in every situation. So my favorite thing to do is to actually opt for drinking tea instead of coffee and wine. It sounds a little weird, but Sencha green tea, it actually has a little bit of caffeine to perk you up. But then it also has this kind of soothing feeling that you would get from wine. Another one of my favorites is the Tazo peppermint tea. So my second little trick that I use when I'm really feeling anxious is to use a method called grounding. Now, grounding is basically playing on the fact that your brain can't be in two places at one time. So how it works is you grab an object, you ask yourself questions about the object that focus on your senses, like how heavy is it? Is it rough? Is it soft? Does it smell? And basically, since your brain can't be in two places at one time, it'll be so focused on answering the question that you'll forget what you're anxious about. One thing I had to get out of the habit of was checking my social media when I first wake up. About a year ago, I noticed that I would wake up and instantly scroll through my Instagram, and sometimes it would be amazing celebrations and great things, but then other times it would just be garbage, and I would waste hours just on Instagram when I could have been productive, or I would start comparing myself and my journey to others, which in turn would make me extremely anxious because I would have so much to do and I would just feel like I'm so behind. So instead of checking Instagram or checking Facebook when I first wake up, I take time for my mind to just take in everything that's going on. So what I do when I first wake up in the morning is I just take time for my mind to just breathe, essentially. And so I'll read, I'll meditate, but most importantly, I'll just look at my schedule and plan my day. Sometimes knowing what's ahead of you for the day is the best remedy for anxiety. So the last one is a bonus because there's two. I really enjoy aromatherapy and meditation, and I do it almost daily, and here's why. So really, anxiety is just a cognitive state connected to an inability to regulate your emotional response to a perceived threat. Mindfulness meditation really strengthens a person's cognitive ability to regulate emotions. So when we meditate, or when you meditate, you feel the emotion, you acknowledge the emotion, and you release the emotion. You acknowledge that it's not a permanent emotion, but a temporary emotion to come and go. Hence, giving you more control and more awareness of your emotions in the long run. As far as aromatherapy goes, it's an ancient practice that has been known to relieve anxiety and stress. And really, it's just because it stimulates the smell receptors in your nose and they can send messages to your nervous system. My two favorite scents are lavender and lemon. And if you have anxiety, I definitely suggest you try lavender because it's very, very calming. All right, you guys, those are my little tips. Thank you so much for watching. And just if you suffer from anxiety, please know that you are not alone and we are definitely in this together.